Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. I'm Adam and today this is the summary of round 4 of Battle of the Beasts All Generation. So with the summary video we went from 20 and we're now down to the tenacious 10. Question is, if you haven't seen these battles and you're only watching the summary videos, several questions about that actually, but let's go into them, into the beasts, see who these beasts are, who they killed, and whether or not I think they have what it takes to win this competition. Because at this point, I can see any of these 10 beasts making it to the next round, but do I think they're gonna win? That's gonna be the question which I'll be asking myself. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion in the comments and which beasts you're rooting for as well. So yeah. Also, I know he watched this, but Pokemon player, I saw the Q&A you did on Lucas's, the questions you asked on Lucas's video of his most recent Q&A, 64, I believe. I'm fully aware he didn't exactly answer your question on who he thinks will win the tournament, but I think the one that he thinks will, I'll let you know who I think he would want to win. So with that, let's introduce the beasts. Going numerically, representing Series 1, we have Furno the Fire Dragon. The OG beast, book number 1. The first beast where it all began, and it's in the final 10. Furno in round 1 killed Score, round 2 killed Durog, round 3 killed Malix, and round 4 killed Lycaxa. This beast is out for the new generation, killing a finalist, a semi-finalist, and a top 7 beast as well from the new generation tournament. That's insane. Furno, chill. I think Furno does have the capability to win this tournament. It just depends on who he gets paired up against, but I'd say he has a good chance against the majority of beasts here. So I think Furno's a guarantee to make it to the top 5. Whether he's going to win, I don't know, because he did get very close before, but then he fell at the final hurdle. Or second final hurdle, whichever way you want to look at it. Up next, we have the representative of Series 6, Vespic the Wasp Queen. In round 1, Vespic killed Skuric, round 2, Stealth, round 3, Akira, and round 4, Anorette. Arguably, not a bad lineup of kills, especially for a beast like Vespic. I was expecting her to die a bit sooner in the tournament, so really happy to see that she made it. My girl prevails. Do I think she's going to win? I'm going to say no. And that's with the case of Vespic is an incredible beast, and she has proven that she is much better than we all thought in this tournament rather than the old generation tournament. However, I do not really see how she can match up to these remaining beasts. So I don't know who she's going to get paired up against, but I don't believe she's going to make it. And that's a shame, really. But making it to the top 10 is honestly incredible and made your series proud. So that's good too. Speaking of series, forgot about that part, but I'll gloss over that at the end of this video. Representing Series 7, we have Crestor the Crushing Terror, the runner-up of the old generation tournament. In round 1, he killed Nanook, round 2, Merca, round 3, Morax, and round 4, Grashgor. For Crestor, his victories are steadily getting more and more impressive, because he killed Morax in round 3, and then he killed Grashgor in round 4. Both of these beasts are titans in their own way for what they do. And for Crestor being able to defeat them is an incredible feat, which is expected from a former runner-up. So I think Crestor does have the capability to win this tournament. And will he be, whoever he goes against, would he be able to make the battle seem as effortless as his battle with Grashkor, because in that battle he made it seem like it was easy. Up next, representing Series 7 also, we have Elik the Lightning Horror. In round 1, she killed Vipero, round 2, Bloodbore, round 3, Vurak, and round 4, Plexor. Compared to the old generation tournament, she's made it further than she did before. So, good on her there. Making it to the top 10, I did not expect her to make it this far. And do I think she can win? I think she can. She has the capability to win, and I do not really see how she... Looking at the beasts that are left in this tournament, she will have a tough battle, but I think she may be okay, where she could end up on top, prevail, if you will. But there's also a chance where maybe not. So I'm not really sure about that one. Up next, representing Series 7, also book number 6, Carnivora the Winged Scavenger, a former semi-finalist of the old generation tournament. In round 1, she killed Amixis, round 2, Lustor, round 3, Menux, round 4, Ospera, and technically Gargantua. Well, Gargantua and technically Ospera. So technically Carnivora has 5 kills under her belt, and all of them are quite good in their own way. Menux, I think, was well narrated. Ospera and Gargantua was incredible. Lustor was a good victory, and Amixis is also a good one as well. So Carnivora has had some incredible victories here. Do I think Carnivora has what it takes to win? Looking at what's left, I do not believe Carnivora is going to win. I think Carnivora may be able to get to the next round, but that depends who she goes up against. But if she gets paired up to an unfortunate matchup, I'm afraid she's not going to win. Up next, we have Stritor the Skeleton Dragon. In round 1, he killed Falrar, round 2, Glarky, round 3, Chiron, round 4, Falcor. So some good victories here, and all kind of ranging from different abilities these beasts have. Stritor, as I said in my round 2 summary video, that if none of my predictions win this tournament, then Stritor is the one that I think would win. And Stritor, I do believe, has the capability to win. Only dying in round 3, I think, in the new generation tournament, and now making it to round 5. It's a great achievement, honestly. I think Stritor has what it takes to win. Whether he can actually win or not is a different question. Up next, we have Skrar the Night Scavenger. In round 1, he killed Spyros, round 2, Corixa, round 3, Koba, round 4, Kyrax. Apart from killing the majority of beasts beginning with a letter K, so Crestor, watch out, I think Skrar has an incredible amount of victories under his belt. And with no straight-up water beasts left apart from Crestor, I think Skrar has quite a good opportunity to win, because unless you go against a beast which can take the heat, which I think there's probably 2 that can take the heat, maybe 1, then Skrar is probably a shoo-in to make it to the next round, but also maybe win. And personally, I would love to see Skrar win. He's not in one of my predictions either, but seeing Skrar come out on top would be nice to see. Some recognition for Series 21, The Sorcerer's Revenge, which needs recognition because it's actually a really good series. Even with Greymon probably being the weakest beast, I would say Series 21 is still a fantastic series and deserves the recognition it should get. Up next, representing the specials now, we are now down to 3 specials. And one of which is my favourite special, one of which is Lucas's favourite special, and the other one is one that Lucas liked from the beginning, and I'm starting to warm up to, but because of the design of him not being impressive to me, I still think it's kind of a mid special. But anyway, starting off with my favourite special, we have Mortax the Skeleton Warrior. In round 1, he killed Styro, round 2, Elko, round 3, Technos, and round 4, Hellion. The Reaper of Darkness, the thing that monsters have nightmares about, has made it to the top 10, and I am not surprised at all. I did get a bit nervous when I saw his matchups against Technos and Hellion, but then, hold on, he is a non-stop fighter, to the point where I believe that he can use Technos' height against him and weight. And for Hellion, yes, Hellion may have the advantage, but we also had that battle and honestly, Mortax had one of the coolest moments that any beast has had throughout this tournament. And if I can continue to provide those amazing moments for Mortax, then I shall. Second, the ninth beast to... Oh, yeah. If Mortax... Can Mortax win? I am going to say he has the opportunity. I think he has a really good chance in winning. And depending who he gets paired up against, I think it'll be good. So yeah, I think Mortex does have the great chance in winning. Up next, we have Ferric the Iron Soldier. In round 1, he killed Xeric, round 2, Solix, and round 3, Nasefa, and round 4, Griff. And when I say killed, I mean defeated and made them join his Iron Legion. So he does have an army, but in round 4, his army was drastically cut short, and now his only servant is Griff. So I'm looking forward to how that can go, because I think it'll be great for Ferric to actually have a servant who can fly rather than swim or be a swarm of ants. But or a colony, sorry. But I think with Griff by his side, Ferric is a tough one to beat. Do I think he's going to win? Well, being one of the few beasts remaining with an overarching story point, which I've been narrating throughout this entire series, yeah, I think he can win. And I would not be surprised if he does win. I'm not going to show any bias to ones that I think will win or ones that I want to win, because ultimately, if I do that, then it's just going to be unfair for the people that want a good, clean fight. I could easily just go with the stats of all these beasts with their age and all that taken into account and just do it like that. But personally, that's boring. You want to have some creativity here. So that's why when I talk about other Battle of the Beasts videos that I've seen that I haven't done, Jack Griffin's is always the ones which I say, yes, that one's good. Because he uses his creativity to describe how the battle will go rather than just going along with what the stat cards say. I have seen videos where people have done Battle of the Beast with stat cards, and I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying if you express the creativity, you'll have more fun doing it. Because it can change from what could be a 2-minute video into a 20-minute video. I'm aware I've been doing 13-minute videos, but still. You can drag out the video and express your creativity. That's what I like about Battle of the Beasts. You express your creativity. And despite me, I don't even have much creativity. But when you see the abilities these beasts have and what they're capable of, you grow to appreciate them, but to also be able to think about how a battle can go. I've spent so many hours picturing how battles can go. For beasts in previous tournaments, I spent probably 5 hours thinking about how Wardock versus Lycax can go in the finals. Torpix versus Crestor, 6 hours. Raksha versus Kreta. It took me probably 6 hours again to think about how the battle can go, because you want it to be fair, but you also want it to be a good battle. And sticking to the stat cards can make it seem obvious, though. So you can always go with a beast that no one would expect to win. I mean, Vespic, no one expected her to make it this far. But she did. She prevailed over beasts that she probably should have lost to, like Okira and Anaret. Sorry for that tangent, but it's just like, come on, like creativity. That's all you want. And finally, the last beast to make it this far, the one who has been taking the powers of the beast that she defeats, and Pokemon player, the one which I think Lucas would want to win, is Jakara, the Ghost Warrior. In round one, she absorbed Drogan. Round two, she absorbed Magro. Round three, she absorbed Hawkeye. And round four, she absorbed Petarix. Now, do I believe Jakara can win? Well, she has a good chance. I mean, she has the abilities of these beasts that she's absorbed. The Wolverine claws of Drogan, the extra set of arms from Magro, the wings of Hawkeye, and now the tail of Petarix. If Jakara does go against another beast and absorbs their abilities, I have no idea what she would get. I have a rough idea for some of them, but I also try not to think about it because I don't really want to think about what Jakara can absorb from each beast, because then I'm overthinking and then I'm probably going to forget what she can absorb from the beast she ends up going against. So I try not to think about that, but with the golden armor powers on top of that and a battle axe, if I will be surprised if Chikara doesn't make it to the top 5. But with that, we now have our final 10 beasts here. To recap, it's Ferno, Vespic, Crestor, Elic, Carnivora, Stritor, Skra, Mortax, Ferric, and Jakara. 10 incredible beasts here, and I'm happy for all of them to be there, really. I have nostalgia towards some, I defend some to no end, and on some I may have glossed over my first reading, but I have grown to appreciate before this tournament started. That one is Elic. Now, what I did forget is the seasons that were eliminated in this round. And I do not remember, hold on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons left, and 4 seasons got eliminated. So 9th place we had Series 15 with Plexor, the Raging Reptile, being the last beast standing, and also giving me copyright, so thank you Plexor. Still love you though. 8th place we have Series 17 with the last beast being Griff, the Feathered Fiend, now part of Ferric Iron Legion. In 7th place we had Series 27 with the last beast standing being Gargantua, the Silent Assassin. Thank you Carnivora for getting rid of that arc for the tournament. Being honest, I couldn't really see it going anywhere. I was building up to a backstab from Gargantua, but I felt like out of all the arcs which I have in this tournament, I think that one had to end first. And I also believe it was the first one to be established. No, the first one to be established was the Ferric arc. Anyway, and in 6th place, we have Series 25 being Lycaxa as the last beast standing, killed by Ferno the Fire Dragon, who, by the way, did put up a really good fight. But with 10 beasts left standing, and 3 of them being from Series 7, I think it's safe to say that Series 7 dominated this tournament. And what I mean by that is, at the end of round 1, 5 were left standing. At the end of round 2, 4 were left standing. At the end of round 3, 4 were still left standing. And at the end of round 4, 3 are left standing. And now we're on round 5 with 3 left. So Series 7 easily dominated this tournament. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. I love this series. What I am going to say, though, they're looking at the beasts here. There have been instances where one beast has paired up against another in a previous tournament. And this is important to say. If they get paired up again in a rematch scenario, then we're not changing it. They're going against each other again. Carnivore has gone against Vespic before. If they get paired up, they're going at it again. Crestor has gone against... I think Ferno gone against Elic before. If they get paired up again, so be it. Mortax has gone against Jakara before. If they get paired up, they're going at it again. I mean, I don't care if they get paired up into a rematch scenario where they have gone against each other before, because we're down to the final 10, we can't mess around with this. Well, Lucas can't mess around with these matchups too much now. Which also leads me to say, while Series 7 is still a team of 3, and I try to keep the same series from fighting each other, from this round onwards, each beast of Series 7 is on their own. If they get paired up to fight their teammate, they're going to have to fight their teammate. So now is a free-for-all in the Tenacious 10. Who's going to make it to the Fabulous 5? But only time will tell. I'm recording this on Sunday the 17th of November. By the time this is uploaded, by the time I'm recording this, only 4 of the battles were made public. And this video will be released on the Thursday, which is the 21st, I think. If I am wrong, I apologize, but I've done 2 battles each day, making them public. So I'm hoping this one is on the Thursday, because it'll be after all that. So, and the reason why I'm recording it this early is because if there's any, I don't want anyone thinking that, hey, I'm recording this after all these videos made public and I already know the matchups. I have no idea what the matchups are. Lucas doesn't even know which beasts are through. He only knows of 4 of them. Well, as of the time I'm recording this, 2, 3, or 4 of them. I don't know which ones he's seen. But I've asked him to not watch the other videos until they're made public. I trust him to go along with that. And so he'll be finding out at the same time as everyone else will be. So at the moment, I'm the only one that knows who the Tenacious 10 are. And I'm the only one that knows what may happen. Wait, no, I don't. So hold on, let's try that again. I'm the only one that knows who these final 10 are as of this point in time on the 17th of November. And I gave my opinions on who I think will win. And no one else is going to know who these Tenacious 10 are until the final battle of this round is made public, which will be on the Wednesday. So with that, this video will be made public on the Thursday. So with that, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.